At the same time, Texas is working on the largest ever coastal protection project. The state wants to protect its trillion-dollar oil and gas industry from hurricanes. That's the goal. So we are joined now by Coalter Baker. He's the executive director of the Gulf Coast Protection District. Coalter, looking forward to your take here. This is a huge project. So let's start with the basics. In the event of a major hurricane hitting the coast, how exactly would this barrier system work? Can you boil it down for us?
Sure. Let me give you some background first, Kelly, and thank you for having me this morning. Houston is known as the energy capital of the world, and there's a reason for that. We produce 80% of the nation's military-grade fuel. We manufacture 30% of the nation's gasoline, and we hold about 30% of the nation's strategic petroleum reserve. So what we're trying to do is protect not only our human life, but also property and economic vitality, right? Which is why Congress authorized this $34 billion project, the largest project in history. What will happen is once Congress appropriates money or we receive some money from the White House, we can start the design of this project. It's interesting to note that President Putin has a similar system in St. Petersburg, Russia, and he was able to get something like this done. It's much smaller, but he was able to get it done within 10 years. So we think American exceptionalism will be able to move much faster than that.
And this has implications for all of us all across the country. I appreciate you highlighting that. So it's been months now since those deadly historic floods in Texas. Your website says that hundreds of thousands of people living around the Bay will have a reduced risk of storm surge flooding. So how has the community responded to the potential of this project happening?
We think the community is really excited about the movement we're having. The state of Texas has put in $950 million to help us move forward ahead of the federal government to move faster on this protection. The community remembers when Hurricane Ike landed in 2008 and brought a 17-foot storm surge. It narrowly missed the Houston Ship Channel, which is where the largest petrochemical complex on the planet sits. If it would have hit our petrochemical industry, we would have had more than $100 billion in damage, not only ecological, but also economic.
Yeah, this is getting ahead of any of those devastating effects. And this project, Coalter, it does appear similar to levees in New Orleans, meant to protect people from hurricanes like Hurricane Katrina. What oversight is needed here to ensure the highest level safety standards are met for Texans?
Sure, it's a great question. We definitely need a lot of oversight. We need a lot of input. We're going to get input from a lot of our regional universities. We've got some global assets at our disposal. The Netherlands, the Dutch have built multiple systems like this. They're going to be helping us move forward on this. We need the funds to be able to start this project because we've had a dozen hurricanes in the last 20 years, and they will not stop coming, right? It's not if, but when. And our community members are, I mean, rightfully concerned. You see that by the state putting in $1 billion already ahead of the feds. So we're ready to go.
Right, the urgency is there. So right now, 2 features of the project moved into the design phase, the gate, the beaches, the dunes. Is there an estimated timeline for when the entire project would be completed?
Yes, we're estimating around 20 years. Of course, that can move much quicker, right? If we get the funding that's necessary, we can really accelerate this project. But we need to get going because these things take time and they're massive, massive structures. So we're excited that President Trump and this administration is here. Look, the president built the tower, he built the wall, and now he's going to build this gate, and it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.